What is up, everyone? Circon here, bringing you guys another replay. And today we're taking a look at the amazing Tiger P. Now, spoiler alert, I will be shooting a whole lot of APCR. So if you're not into that shit, I'll see you later, I guess. But we are at +2. We're fighting a 257, a PET, and a T30, and even an RU. So there's 4 tier 9s, a whole bunch of tier 8, and a whole bunch of tier 7s, including 1 artillery. And this game is gonna be fairly funky, I think, and it's gonna showcase that sometimes you don't need a lot of skill to win the game, boys. All right, sometimes you just need to be a little bit lucky, and a little bit you need a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, and sometimes it all maybe falls together, sometimes maybe. But yeah, oh, also let me set it to I don't know why this keeps resetting. Let me set it to colorblind. There we go. Boom, boom. So yeah, we're on El Khalouf, we're in the Tiger P. We don't have that much gun depression. I think it's only 6 compared to the Tiger 1's 7. But we're going to be trying to snipe some 1357 right now. And we do manage to get the hit. And basically, people always say, like, oh, what do you think about the Tiger P? I think it's horrible. You know, isn't it just a bad Tiger 1 at this point? Stuff like this. And I kind of agree. It is basically a bad Tiger 1. Yeah, it has more armor, but that's about it, right? And it's worse in every other respect. And the way I would actually buff the Tiger P is to simply give it the same gun as the Tiger 1. Now, it already has the same gun, but it doesn't have the DPM. So while we have, you know, the same AP, APCR and stuff, it doesn't have the same DPM. Just give it the DPM to the Tiger 1. And now you might be saying, but Circon, what does that give the Tiger 1 at that point? Well, the Tiger P has a bit of armor in the front, maybe, but it has a whole host of other things that are worse. So it has less gun depression, less traverse speed, less top speed, you know, stuff like this to balance it out. So I think an easy fix would just be, and it wouldn't even be OP or anything, it would just be playable, more playable. Just give it the DPM of the Tiger 1. It's really that easy, I think, but hey. Anyway, on to the game. El Khalouf, and our Conqueror is dying to a T29 and some other tier 7s, and he's just getting basically destroyed here. And he's already on 740 health, so I'm like, okay, I don't trust this at all. I think it is the next one to die, because I don't trust this Conqueror whatsoever. And we're gonna make our way towards where the T32 is, basically. Because I have zero faith in a Conqueror that loses that much health in such a good position. Here I actually get spotted by the RU that's in that bush there. You can see he was spotted a couple times. He's 100% in that bush there. Luckily he didn't shoot us, so we didn't get shot by anyone else. And yeah, we are in a dire situation. Like, we're all, IC is almost dead, Conqueror is really low health for some reason, and the IS is almost shot to pieces. And no one in our team is helping. Literally no one, maybe the artillery. There goes the IS as well, he dies, so it's just 4 tanks against, let's take a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 4. And what usually happens in these kinds of situations, if my teammates are smart enough, is that as a TD, if you sit like here, you can shoot whatever comes for the Conqueror, right? And if that would happen, I could actually help and shoot the RU. Because, like, this should never, like, they're being completely useless, right? The Foch is useless, Scorpion is fairly useless in a really obvious spot. So it's a yikes for me, because we also lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks already. Yeah, sometimes in El Khalouf, man. And as, of course, we're at -2, and there's not much we can do. Like, we don't really have the DPM. We don't have the armor to really, you know, help out. But, yeah, so I'm looking towards the RU. I see the 257 going for the IS-3. The IS-3 is actually angling pretty effectively, and still puts a shot to the 257. And I'm gonna kind of help my IS-3 as best as I can. I can't really run away either, right? Because we're way too low. But yeah, so we gotta get something going on here, and that'll do it. I think that's the first time I've ever wrecked that tank, and also the first time I ever wrecked anything on the Tiger P. And now the T30 comes in, we go for the tracking shot. He just blasts us like that tank will just, you know, shoot us like no tomorrow, right? And again, we need some TDs. We need a TD at G1, we need a TD at G2, and they can help us out. So I'm gonna keep tracking this T30 because that's really the only thing I can do. And he shoots and misses completely, and I hear it, and take the Q here and the IS shoots me. But I'm gonna keep peppering this T-30 because the T-30 is the one that's just gonna one-shot me and I can take one of the IS hits. In the meantime, our T-32 is helping out the Conqueror, which is a good choice. And the Conqueror is also still alive, thank the Lord, after taking a beating in the early game. So, baiting the shots here, the IS just fired. I'm gonna see if I can hit the T-30. Can I hit the T-30? Nope. But, here we go! The Conqueror actually manages to kill him off. And the RU dies behind him, the T-32 dies as well, and now it's a Tiger B versus Conqueror. The Conqueror kills him as well, and I continue to take a beating from this HE shooting IS. But, you know, he could be really debating right now, because if he loads the regular ammo, I'm definitely in the one-shot range at this point with 395 health. And look who shows up. It is the Foch. And an M445 gets spotted in the middle of nowhere. So I think this Foch is going to take care of him. But I also want some of that damage, you know? And I think he fucked up the first shot. So he has like one more shot. And I think he's out now. Or is it 4 shots? Yeah, 4 shots. So go for the M4. Get a little bit unlucky. We hit like the turret front. It was a bit of a snapshot. But I don't really want to take any more hits that I... You know, already took quite the beating. And then we put another shot to the side to try and get another one, but he is behind the cover and is going to kill probably our Scorpion G at this point. So I'm still a little bit worried about that IS, but I'm saying that that Foch is on full health. He could probably take care of an IS on low health, right? That should be a possibility. So I'm going to go back and see if I can help my T-54 out and maybe, you know, kill that M445 as well. So I'm hoping he's maybe climbing here or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do my best to help the T-54 at this point. We still have the artillery as well, and we kind of evened the grounds here. It's 10 to 11. They have 5 tanks, and we got 4 tanks, and there the IS goes in. So I look back, as you can see, I'm like, okay, the Foch has that, right? He has a repair kit, even if he gets tracked around the corner, use repair kit, you know, 4-shot out the loader, easy. Easy. And I just keep looking at my mini-map, and I'm like, oh boy, really? And okay, artillery got him. That would have been very awkward if that full health Foch could not kill a low health IS, but hey. Yeah, so I'm trying to see this M4 here, but he is not peeking, so I'm wondering where he went. So I'm just gonna keep going here. As you can see, we're so slow, man. We're slow, we don't really have any DPM, but at least the gun... Besides the DPM, the gun on the Tiger P is still nice. At least I like those kinds of guns. I'm more of a fan of these 240 Alpha heavies that I have of the 390 Alpha. But that's just me, right? So T-54 is going to be aggressive. I'm kind of like scared about the Pantera coming in. And we're at 2900 damage. Thank the Lord for that ammo rack. I truly think if we didn't have that luck of ammo racking at 257 for like 1300, this game would have been over. Because that Foch came in way too late. We needed help way sooner. I'm trying to snapshot there. Obviously, I couldn't aim much more because he was going to be out of our reach. And he's actually going to go down on this area, which you don't see all that often. And yeah, we're just barely missing him, but missing him nonetheless, right? T4 puts a shot into him. The Scorpion turns around. And boom. We connect the shot finally. Now we should be a one-shot for T-54, who actually still takes the hit. The Pantera shows up, and the M4 is on the left. So I gotta see, can I take out the M4? Gotta take out the gun. But kill him, and then the Pantera, who just unloaded on the T-54. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can actually trade shots, and then I completely derp, and oh, what are we doing right now? Luckily, we actually managed to bounce a shot. And at this point, I'm just wondering, what is the Foch doing? Keep going forward, please. Like, just go towards the artillery, man. Like, what are you waiting for? And I'm actually asking him, it's like, what are you doing this entire game? Because I feel like he left us behind. Like, he should have helped on the 1-2 line, and he should have gone way faster to artillery, right? So T-4 comes in, and Pantera comes up, and I'm like, okay, you know what? It might be beneficial if he just ramps me, right? That would be the play. But we get RT'd, I fix it, I go as close as I can. This is where I actually make a mistake. Because by tracking him, which usually would be a good shot, but he could still shoot us. So it was bad, right? So normally tracking in that situation is almost always good. Because then they use the repair kit and then they have to come down. But he actually killed us before ramming us. So if I did not track him there, he would have come down with more speed, and I would have done more ramming damage. He probably would have survived, so 100%. But the tracking shot actually screwed us over, and I didn't expect him to have the gun position to do that. And in doing so, I actually screwed over the T-54 now, because he's gonna hit that guy. We tracked him with our corpse, and he kills the T-54. So now it's the Pantera versus the Foch. Yeah. So this is gonna be interesting now, because now it's the Pantera that's still alive. The Foch is obviously alive. I think he's not full health. We can actually take a look, I think. Let's take a look, boys. On our way towards the Foch. Well, let's take a look here. I wonder if this works. No, it doesn't, because it didn't render in when I was there. So he kills the artillery that's here, and he's now moving. Let me speed it up a little bit. There he is. And the Pantera is actually going for the Lorraine. And the Lorraine, I'm not sure if he shot him or not, but he could easily shoot him now. And I think he has a lot of problems if you look towards the gun. At that point... Yes, that just happened. I'm pretty sure if the artillery just third person auto-aimed towards the Pantera, he could have shot him and maybe kill him, maybe not, but that would have been the play. What he was doing there, I don't know. And the Pantera apparently dies to ramming a standing still Lorraine in the side for almost 200 damage. So that was, that was quite interesting. But yeah, that is the game. Quite an interesting game. And without that ammo rack, this game would have been way, would have been over way sooner. But yeah. So we made some mistakes. We had some luck. That's kind of the game, right? You have some luck. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. And sometimes you make some mistakes. Sometimes you don't. But in the end, we won with one last member standing. And we did 3,427 damage. Yeah, pretty cool game. Tiger P in a pretty bad matchup. Still managing to do relatively well. And of course, it was also the ace. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot for tuning in as always. Peace out, guys.